Tonight on ESPN, Spurs versus Thunder, Game 6. And welcome back to The Jump. Michael Rappaport is here, and I love this. You are sitting at home, practicing your yodeling or whatever it is actors do, right?
Absolutely.
Voice exercise.
And you were getting so fired up about basketball, you had to reach out to stop by and come on the show.
Yeah, I couldn't sit home anymore.
No more yodeling.
I was mad as heck.
And you're not going to take it anymore.
There you go.
See that?
That was
Boom,
restraint.
boom. That was restraint.
that, Coach?
Veteran word.
That's great. We'll see how the segment goes. All right, LeBron James, a four-time MVP himself, has chimed in on this year's MVP voting, which had him, spoiler alert, finishing third. Take a listen.
I think sometimes the word most valuable or best player of the year, you can have different results. That's not taken away from anyone that's ever won the award, but when you talk about most valuable, then you can have a different conversation. So, but take none away from it. He's definitely deserving of that award for sure.
Now, I want to be very careful we don't take LeBron out of context. He has said several times he thinks that Steph deserves the MVP this year. So why do you think he's still a little salty?
Yeah, he's talking sideways out of the side of his mouth. Maybe they should have given another word. Most valuable player who got his coach fired with a 30-11 record. That would be a good award. That would be a good award. Or most valuable player to unfollow his team on Twitter and get upset when asked about it and thinking it's a weird question. They should give other awards because, don't say anything except for congratulations, blah, 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 blah. You're not the most valuable player this year. And part of it is because of all that side talking, not making. That's part of it too, because that plays into it. Even though he's, in my opinion, still the greatest player on any given night. I mean, he's still the. I mean, listen. If I had.
So he has a point, maybe.
Then show us what you got.
Well, here's the thing. I don't disagree that all of that stuff, the duplicity of LeBron may factor into why he got zero
a.k.a.
votes.
talking out of the side of his mouth.
Yes, that's a $10 word for talking out of the sides of your mouth. But LeBron James, as media critic, has a point.
I think
the word valuable in this award is a terrible adjective to put in because it only starts debate, and we know how much we hate debate on sports television. But look, if you actually said it's going to be the best player or the best player relative to their team, we can get somewhere. But right now, LeBron has a point in saying, wait a minute, now you guys all agree on somebody, and all those years I was as good as I was. I was the guy you'd pick to fight the aliens.
Right, exactly.
In movies and in real life with others invasion.
Well, Byron,
Pablo, it's an award that's based on that year, this year. So Steph Curry obviously was the best player in the NBA this year.
Absolutely.
Period.
I think the thing that kind of jumps out to me, Rachel, is the fact that LeBron, I think, is salty because he didn't get one vote. I don't think it has to do with Steph. I don't think he's upset that Steph won it. He feels that Steph should have won it.
I think he's salty about Kawhi Leonard. See, I think that he's going right. Yes,
well,
I think
again, that's not getting one vote.
I think that he is going out of his way. He said many times Steph should be the MVP. But then he looks at the voting and he sees Kawhi Leonard next. And Kawhi has had a statistically sterling season. But that goes to the question of, is it most outstanding player or is it most valuable player? And then if you talk about value, you're not telling me if you take LeBron James off his team, you're getting the same result or a better result than if you take Kawhi Leonard off his team.
But I'm saying this. I think he's salty because he didn't get one vote. And I think
you mean salty or talking out of the side of his mouth? Because there's different.
Whichever way you want to put it.
I'm a human thesaurus.
He's salty because he didn't get one vote. And I think the thing is this. LeBron James plays at a high level every single year. And I think we get to the point where you just look at him and you say that's how he's supposed to play. And we take it for granted that he does put those numbers up every single year so he doesn't get the type of notoriety that he probably should have get. There's no way in the world that LeBron James doesn't get one vote.
Right.
Yeah, but what is one vote though? Like maybe the guy who was going to vote for
it's not
him.
Unanimous. That's all it is.
But maybe the one guy who was going to vote for him was the guy who asked him about unfollowing the Cavaliers and he got upset about it. And he was like, you need to get my vote now.
Now there's beef.
I'm not even giving you my vote.
Well, we have to look at what's next for LeBron and the Cavs. They are supposed to face either the Raptors or the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's possible neither organization will be able to get a full team on the floor by then. Chris Bosh has been ruled out. Hassan Whiteside, Jonas Valanciunas, both out. Luol Deng and DeMarre Carroll both got hurt last night. And this is a lot of the internet saying, oh, the Cavs are getting lucky. Is that fair?
No, it's the playoffs. This is when the NBA looks like a hospital ward. And by the way, Give LeBron credit for this. You know who's never hurt?
He's
LeBron
not going to give
James.
LeBron credit
Yeah,
for anything.
why is he never hurt? That is the question. Why is he the guy who's never
hard.
tweaking?
What?
Plays
He's
hard
never.
every night.
I'm
What
just
do you
saying.
think?
I just want to know what kind of punch.
There are some antennas that are raising.
What kind of punch is he drinking? I want to drink it because I got hurt stepping onto this thing. Why is he never hurt? Did you tweak an ankle?
No. Check out the
People are
man's
asking
work ethic every year. His summer, what he does to work out. I mean, the man gets himself prepared every year.
Last year he came into the
There was magic non-injury juice. Kobe would have.
But last year he came into the
Fair
season,
point.
he was 25 pounds lighter, took 2 weeks off, presto changeo, he was back to being LeBron James. I'm just saying, I want to have that vitamin pack.
LeBron,
I want that vitamin pack.
Regardless of the alleged vitamin pack, which I can neither confirm nor deny.
I'm just saying no alleged.
I said
Now we start
smoking
stuff.
hour
No,
right
I'm just
now.
Now we
saying.
starting stuff.
Wait.
Is it water? Is it iced tea? Is it green tea? Is it Snapple? What's he drinking?
I need to get you off of this and on to the next. Because that is much safer territory for
He's
you
got-
to speculate
that's not
on.
water, by the way, in his
I
cup.
know, that is.
Speaking of-
No,
of course not.
speculate what you were on. All right.
That's
Phil
happy juice.
Jackson has been letting qualified coaching
no.
candidates like Dave Yeager,
God.
Tom Thibodeau go. They've been going to other teams. He hasn't even interviewed them. He's tweeting pictures of his vacation. And now, Michael Rappaport, Knicks fan extraordinaire. Now I am letting you go. Go forth.
Yo.
How much despair are you in?
You remember that movie with Tom Hanks, Terminal? And he was like, somehow like Pat
Get out
Ewing.
of
Pat
that.
Ewing is locked away and like first he
lost
went to
at an airport?
Sacramento. Yeah, he's like, can I just get an interview? Should I go to Orlando? Can we do something?
Why isn't Patrick Ewing
Just a
given
conversation.
a shot?
I think the one thing is he's faxing in his resume. Pat, it's 2016. Like, stop faxing. I want to see you get the shot, but don't send in VHS tape from the Big East Finals.
Why do you think Patrick Ewing hasn't
You know what? I
gotten a
think
shot?
some assistant coaches in our league are just doomed to be assistant coaches. And
He's
a lot
got
of
pretty
GMs
serious
and a lot of head
player
coaches and
resume.
a lot of owners look at guys and say, he's a lifetime assistant. And that's basically how he's going to be labeled. Patrick might be on that list. I don't know. I think he should get a shot. There's no doubt about it with his resume, and he's been an assistant coach for a long period of time. He should get an opportunity to coach. And New York would be a great fit.
But
he made his name in New York.
Why do we want to subject the great Patrick Ewing to that life?
I know.
This is all rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic, right? We know that the Knicks cannot. I'm from New York too, Michael. We cannot have nice things. That's how it goes.
No, it doesn't. I agree.
And so, look, there are symptoms of the disease, and there is the disease. And I go up to the ownership of the Knicks and say, there's a one common factor behind the
James
disaster.
Dolan.
Mr.
Wow.
James Dolan. And that's how it is. That's not a new or controversial thing. New Yorkers have known that forever.
Right. Well, look, I mean, I don't think there's all this. Is Phil Jackson incompetent? Is he disinterested? Maybe he's not cut out for this. I don't think any of that is true. I think Phil is as sharp as ever, and he's getting what he wants. He's not interviewing these guys who are on vacation because he's missed the boat somehow. He wants Kurt Rambis to be the coach.
Right.
He has said this explicitly. And guess what? If he waits for everyone else to go off the board, guess who's going to coach the New York Knicks without him ever having to go to James Dolan and have that fight? He will not have to say, yes, I want Rambis. There just won't be anyone else.
He's smarter than anybody
from.
gives him credit for, which
Right?
is strange because he's the Zen master.
Is
right?
it real about Carmelo, like him saying if Kurt comes back? I mean, is any of these things real? Or any of the
What?
stuff we're talking about? If Kurt comes
Melo?
back, he's bouncing?
Well, because everybody's
He came
speaking
out
about talking out of
He came
mouths.
out yesterday and said, I'm going to be here. You'll see me here. But who knows, right?
Where's he going?
When Carmelo's
Yeah,
talking
where's
to
he
the press,
going?
it's like, what are we going to really take? How do we know? How do we know any of this? What do people really think? We have no idea.
Well, we know what Michael Rappaport
Except for Michael Rappaport.
because he does not hide that at all. Michael, thank you for being here.
I'm
I
having
really
a little sip of some
appreciate it.
fun juice.
You can call us anytime
Thank you,
get
Rachel.
worked up
Thank you,
about
thank you.
something. Although that might lead to daily phone calls, so we might have to meet that up a little bit. But we'll see. All right, you guys stick with us. When we come back, Adam Silver, usually an MVP himself when it comes to give and dap, but not last night. This got really awkward. Take a look. No, he's the handshake. No. Okay, never mind.
Whoa.
No handshake. Oh, no.
Okay.
See, that's supposed to be the dap master.
Right?
Speaking of masters, that was his thing.
There you go.